Howdy, y'all. Welcome to another episode of Around the Reef. Now, you might be asking yourself, hey, Andrew, why are you wearing a cowboy hat? Well, let me tell you why. Because it was Veterans Day last Saturday, and when I think about America, I think of cowboys settling the West, like 1800s America. I don't know. I've just always thought like that. And you know why I can wear a cowboy hat? Because I have freedom, because I live in America. And you can do almost anything in America. I mean, you have the freedom to start a podcast. You have the freedom to start a podcast in front of your fish tank. See? Can't do that in China. I don't know. Maybe you could, honestly. But I love America. America is a great place. Yes, we have freedom. We've been on the right side of history, which is nice. Yeah, so many things to love about America. I love it here. I love it here. And since it was Veterans Day, I want to do something about America and all the sacrifices that the troops have made. This freedom is not free, as they say. So I'm glad that people have made that ultimate sacrifice to allow crazy idiot guys like me to do a podcast like this. So, like I was joking, like I couldn't do this in China. Low key, I probably couldn't do this in China because they have censorship. But in America, trust me, this whole show is not censored at all. And this is only possible in America. So, yeah, definitely had to do something for Veterans Day. So, and it's like in vogue now to like crap on America and be like, oh man, like we're so evil. But honestly, there's no country that's perfect. And if you really look at it, America, more times than not, in fact, almost every time, has been on the right side of history. So, yeah, no, I'm proud to be an American. So there's one thing I want to talk about, which was sport related. It was, so everybody knows I went to Oregon State. And we got a very big game coming up this weekend. We're playing Washington. In fact, it's probably the biggest college football game in the whole country. And usually, the biggest college football game gets a special TV crew. It's called College Game Day. And it's basically like, it's a TV show, but they show up to the school where the biggest game is being played that week. And normally that would be in Corvallis this weekend, but it's not, unfortunately. And it's a funny story why it's not. There's this sports analyst, retired punter, Pat McAfee. And he famously said earlier this year when it was Oregon State versus Washington State, this guy said he called that game the Who Cares Bowl. And let me tell you, you know who cares? This guy in the cowboy hat right here. This guy cares. So I took offense to that. But since now that I'm recording this, he has apologized and actually said he preferred College Game Day to be in Corvallis. So I don't know. I mean, I still don't like him, but he kind of like, I hate him a little bit less now because he walked that statement back. But anyways, we're playing Washington, and man, I really hope we win. This might be the biggest football game in Oregon State history, honestly. So this is going to be a big game. I'm going to be watching. It's on Saturday. So I hope you guys do too if you're not doing anything. It's Monday, right? It's Monday night right now, but I'm going to post this tomorrow. It'll be Tuesday. But the beginning of the week, you really get back to what you're supposed to be doing at whatever you do compared to like the weekend. The weekend, you kind of party, go crazy, whatever. And then Monday and Tuesday, you get back into your week, right? Well, it's hard. I want to talk about like discipline. Having discipline, really the ability to get better at something over time comes down to if you're willing to work hard at something consistently over a period of time, right? And lately, I've found it difficult to have discipline. But really, when you think about it, that's what it comes down to is your ability to focus. So I don't know if you're experiencing that too, where you feel like, man, I'm just like, I know I need to be doing something, but it's so hard to get back to doing what I need to do. Well, trust me, you are not alone. But honestly, in my opinion, it kind of separates the men from the boys, the ones that can focus and do what they need to do, even when they don't want to, and just grind it out. So if you feel like that, maybe this might give you that little extra edge to snap back to doing what you need to do and have some discipline. So that's what I'm on about. Have you guys noticed everybody's getting sick right now? It's like flu season. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to talk about the football thing. You know what's funny? I just so I talked on a previous episode about meeting Shohei Ohtani, the greatest baseball player of all time. I was just working out a couple minutes ago, and he was literally right next to me again. So it's just like funny in the middle of free agency. I'm like, "Sup, Shohei?" You know. But I don't know. It's kind of funny. But yeah, what back to what I was saying earlier about Veterans Day. What is your relationship with America, though? I think everybody kind of has their own relationship with America. I know for me, like the moment I guess the age that I realized that America is not perfect, like because when I was growing up, like 9/11 happened when I was really young, so it kind of like shaped a lot of my opinions about America. You know, it's kind of like a joke, I guess, when you think about it. Like I'm wearing a cowboy hat right now because I think that patriotism is just like a huge part of America where we just want to go out and kick some ass, you know, because it's like that's how I grew up. Like that's my idea of what America is like a bald eagle screeching, you know, like that's what I think America is. But I think largely that was shaped because of 9/11. And a lot of, I think kids my own age feel like that because we were just so young, you know. But yeah, what are your feelings about America? I mean, it might be good, it might be bad. I know if you haven't traveled a lot, you might be more tempted to talk about how bad America is. But really, when you've traveled, you realize like man, like I want to go home. Like this is actually a pretty good place. You know, I joke about the freedom thing, but like I've been to China and they don't have freedom. Most like they don't even have the idea of freedom. Like the concept of freedom doesn't make any sense to them. So just be thankful that if you're in America, like I'm glad you live in America. If you're like live in a democracy, like seriously, like you don't want to see the alternatives. They're not as good. So anyways, I love America and I hope you do too. So I'll catch you guys another time on Around the Reef.
Under the sea, darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.